Hey there y'all, Disney D Prince here today with another doll unboxing video. Today we have got the Mermaid's Color Change Ocean Cruiser. Now this is the car for mermaids. Don't know why they needed a car, seems an odd choice, but I like the kind of vibe of the car. It is almost entirely transparent. It somehow fills with water and glitter, and I got it at TJ Maxx for like $17. So I figured, maybe it'll fit a Ken doll if it's gonna fit these giant mermaid tails and things, because it's got to fit that whole long tail in the car. So I'm hoping it'll fit some Ken dolls, because you know, I love a good transparent kind of theme. So let's see. I'm going to take my mini-me out of the way. I've already pre-cut these pieces, but let's... So there is what I paid for it at TJ Maxx. Let's see if I can find the regular UPC under there. Okay. So it's close enough right there for you guys to be able to get that. So it's very cute. I'm going to pull it out of the box now off camera because it is in the way. Okay, let's see. Alright. This thing is stored horizontally. So as you can see right there, it is pretty big. And there's a lot going on. Like, I see like 3 different packets of glitter. Of course, it's got the MGA little proof of purchase one. Now, I don't know really how they want us to take this thing out. Sorry about all the other stuff in the way. Okay. Alright, so we got one out. Got 2. Alright. A lot of tape holding this car in place. Never thought I'd miss those little lock things that Mattel's so fond of doing on all of our cars. But I think these are the last little bits of tape. Okay, so we've got our little paper rope rings and weird little things that feel like they'd be really good for long braids. But for now, we're gonna get all of that out. Oh, I missed a little bit of tape over here still. Okay. So there is the car. We've got 2 little things of glitter and a lot of cardboard to work with now. But we're going to get these little ropes out of the tires while we're looking at it. I mean, the tires spin. Everything is hard plastic, so it's kind of weird. It does have little bubbles, is its like license plate, so that's kind of funny. But this is the glitter that you're supposed to pour in. Again, another glitter packet. So there it is. So let's see. So, okay. So you can dump ice cold water over the car to reveal the designs. Okay. Or you can dunk the whole thing in ice cold water. Very bizarre. Adding the glitter. So remove the covers located on the top of the car. I guess it's these ones? Is there a trick to removing them? Remove the covers located on the doors of the car. Okay, well, there are no doors on this car. FYI, MGA. Okay, so somehow you're supposed to be able to take this off and fill up the interior with water. And at that point, you dump in a glitter packet in each side and add in a little bit of dish soap. 1 drop of dishwasher soap to each side of the car. Then replace the covers. Okay. So, very random. Let's see. These seat belts are supposed to come out, so they do. Okay. Now, take one of our winter girls. I cannot remember their names to save my life. Okay, so the whole car does come up. Like the whole top of the car. So that's interesting. And then you just kind of, I guess, pop them in there? That still seems way not conducive to... and this is so going to get lost by children. But it's a very cool design. Like you see the little mermaid tail and everything. I don't know how you're supposed to fit 2. Let me see. I've got one with a more thin tail. Let's see if she works better. Maybe these just weren't designed to work with the winter mermaids or something. It seems weird that they would design the tails to not work with the car, because these came out around the same time. Okay, MGA, this was just kind of a mess. This whole line was kind of wild. Let's take this one with her crazy tail out of there and see if this one fits better. Again, not really. Because they don't really, like, sit is the problem. But, like, if we do that, I guess that's how they go in. It's really not great as far as being an actual, like, car. So you can just pop that back on like that. And I guess that's how they're supposed to fit. Okay, well, that's about as good as I expected it to be, really. This whole line was kind of disappointing in my opinion. The faces were gorgeous. The thought process behind it worked really well, but the execution just didn't work. It relied too heavily on gimmick, I feel like. But let's see how well it works as a standard Barbie car. So I've got my Kendall Mini-Me, who can fit nicely in there. And let's see, who else we've got? We've got a standard Millie. She's naked, I'm sorry. And she fits in there nicely. So yeah, these fit better than the Rainbow High car. But other than that, it's interesting in that it has all of these color change features. You could theoretically make it a different color if you put food dye in the water. But caveat to that, it could stain the inside of the plastic, whatever color you put in there. But as far as like color change cars go, the Rainbow High car, I think, is actually a better color change car. But this will fit 2 full-size dolls, so that's good. And our biggest problem usually is like we can't readjust Ken's feet once they're in there, once we shove him into the car. But the added benefit of this weird little removing part is that you can do that. So this is kind of a great car for Ken. Let's see if the seatbelt will work with him. Where is the seatbelt? Yeah. So it is elastic. So like it fits. He comes up significantly higher in the car than our color change mermaids did, and so will Barbie. So the seatbelts will be a little bit tighter on your Mattel dolls, but you know, it'll work. I'm not mad at that. For $16, which is about the same price as a standard like Barbie convertible that we get all the time, you know, it's not bad. The wheels are a little flimsy. It is, I think, more so designed to be a bath toy of all things, just based on the fact that it is a water play toy, and one of the main ways that they suggest playing with it is dunking it. So it is pretty interesting. Like, the actual details that went into this car are intriguing. Like, they didn't do any like decals on the overhead, or not overhead, on the console. But we did get like the painted seats and things. The trunk does open, so we can put, I don't know what else we'd put in there. Not very much, it's not very deep. But you do have a full trunk. You've got the exhaust things, and you've got your sticker back here. So, okay. So these wheels are for show. I'm just noticing. The outer wheels are for show. These are the wheels that it's actually spinning on, it seems like. You see these wheels right here that I'm spinning? There are 4 wheels there in the center. So this is actually an 8-wheeler car, which is very bizarre, but that explains why these outer wheels are so wobbly, is because they're not actually the car. They're not actually the wheels for the car. So that's an interesting way to do that. But the designs are intriguing enough for me to want to go get like an ice cube real quick to see what those designs are. I just got a couple of ice cubes to see what these designs actually look like. So it doesn't really look like they're gonna just be revealed with cold. It does seem like they need specifically the water on them. Like, it doesn't keep that design on there, from what I can see. Like, that's interesting. I've never seen a color change kind of react like this, to where your color change is only staying on there as long as it's wet. But, like, that's kind of how it looks, really. Which I should have grabbed a little cloth first. I have some other things around here. Ah, here we go. I was like, I know I have stuff. Okay, so I've got my little terry cloth from Barbie Extra. So it's interesting. So the car does have several spots where it actually does color reveal, but that color reveal not only is kind of weak, it's just really only present as long as it's actively wet. I'm not sure if that's because I'm just using the ice cube and it needs to be more saturated with the cold water to stay. Like, it does seem to be working more as my ice cube is getting more melty. But I don't know. It's interesting, but it doesn't stay around very long. Like, if I dry this, it doesn't, it does not keep that color change. So, of my color change toys that I have seen before, that I've reviewed before, I think this is one of the weakest color change that I've actually encountered. Just because it doesn't hold it. So that's intriguing. But I like that the car is unique. Like, it doesn't look like any other car that I have. Like, it's not a recolor of the sorry, big yawn. It is not a recolor of the Rainbow High car or anything like that, or a recolor of a Bratz car. Like, this car is on its own a new design. But it is seemingly flawed in that it doesn't really work with the dolls that it was designed to work with. And yes, those dolls are from the series 2, the winter color change or whatever that was called. But it's still the same doll line. So you would think that it would still accommodate those tails. But I don't know. That's interesting. So I think this car was originally like $35 or something like that in stores. Like, it was kind of overpriced for what it was. I know the playset that they came out with was like $80, so I wasn't getting that one unless it showed up in like super clearance, and even then it was just kind of like eh. But for $16.99, not bad. I can use this car for Ken dolls. I can probably take this color reveal off with some acetone, at least on the front parts and the flames. Or I might just paint over it. But it's a very interesting car. It's just there's not enough benefit for me to keep this color change there, because it doesn't stay even when you use it. So it's an interesting toy. I don't know how many kids are going to want to dunk their hands repeatedly into ice cold water for this. And the fact that these dolls have a lot of hair seems like it's didn't really know what was going on. So, that's a whole other ball game, really. So, if you guys have any questions on this car, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like, and as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye, y'all. Be good.